See, in this video we will discuss about the direction of friction acting on the wheels of a bicycle. So here, as you see, is a bicycle, and see here is the pedal. This is the pedal of this bicycle, and with this pedal you have this chain, a chain sprocket arrangement. So here the power is transferred to the rear wheel via this pedal and via this chain and sprocket. So what happens is that see, at first this rear wheel starts to rotate because there is power in the rear wheel, and say it is moving on ground. So tendency of motion of the rear wheel, say suppose the ground has no friction, then the rear wheel will try to move in which direction? This direction, right? So this is towards the left in this diagram. So this is the tendency of motion of rear wheel. I mean this point P of the rear wheel, the point in contact with ground. Now friction will oppose that, so therefore friction will act in the forward direction, that is towards the right. So this is, say, F1 is the friction on the rear wheel. Now next, what happens? So the due to the friction on the rear wheel, due to F1, the cycle starts to move. That means F1 is the cause of the forward motion of this bicycle. Now let us look at the front wheel. Now suppose there is no friction between the front wheel and ground, so we can judge the tendency of motion of the front wheel. So it is here, I mean motion of the point, say point P dash, the point in contact with ground. So this is tendency of motion of P dash. So here I missed out to write P, right? For this rear wheel it was P, for front wheel P dash. So now tendency of motion of the point P dash is towards the right. Now friction comes into play. Friction will now try to oppose the motion of this point P. So friction on the front wheel, F2, will act in the backward direction. So this F2 is friction on the front wheel. So the net force is F1 minus F2. So we can write F1 minus F2 is mass of the bicycle multiplied by its acceleration. Hope this clears the direction of friction on the two wheels of the bicycle. The same thing happens in case of cars. Now majority of the cars, the small cars, are front wheel drives. So the engine makes the front wheel rotate. As the front wheel rotates, the point P on the front wheel tries to move towards left. So these are the directions. So direction of friction on the front wheel is towards the front, and the friction on the rear wheel is in the backward direction.